Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's Christelle Martinette here. You can see that my setup is all changed. I had trouble with my computer, new computer, just have to send it back to service, have to get rid of it. Then I tried with an iPad, nothing. So now I'm with my phone and it looks like I can do it, but of course, you know, the screen is just, is what it is. So I'm going to do my best. And so, Aquarius, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a forecast for 2019, and I'm using the Lenormand cards, and the Lenormand cards are a 36 decks, 36 card deck, and the Grand Tableau would be using all of the cards. And what I've done is carve out the center of it, and I'm going to be putting, spreading 4 rows of 4 cards each. Now, I wanted to get these out before the end of the year so that we can all party. And the first week of January, I'll be back with the January readings. Let's start. Okay, I'll show you these cards once I have them out. All right, let me take a look and see if these are if any cards are in their house. 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, so I'm going to give you now, cover each quarter, the first quarter, January, February, March, and so on. The new year kicks off, Capricorn, with a situation that causes you, that requires you to make a decision. And it's something new for you. It's definitely something new, something that you haven't done before. And it will be a decision that requires you to take into consideration those around you, the public that immediately surrounds you. And that has to do with family, friends, close circle of friends. And I'm seeing 62% of the cases, it will involve a work situation. So be ready for the new requirements of the 2019 year. You will be required to take a decision right off the bat. Now, the second quarter, which is April, May, and June, for many of you, I see travel. For many of you, I see abortion of travel, the end of a trip, the cutting off of a trip. You're unable to go on a planned trip. There's these two situations because there is a situation where you feel that you need to have greater concentration on your health on the one hand, on those in your immediate family on the other, and because you fear that taking this trip that you have wanted to take is not the right time because of a different series of issues that concern your health or people who surround you's health. But it's also this can play out in different ways. It could be that situation, or it could also be you gravitating towards a greater stability in your life in terms of your home life, your family life, those who live with you. You're aiming for greater stability because a situation has occurred at the end of this last quarter, the January, February, March period, where you feared that you had to deal with something that cropped up in the first quarter and caught you unawares. And so you are going to be dealing with that in the second quarter. Now, the third quarter, that starts with July, August, and September, is a time when the situation in the home is stable. You have responded to any urgencies, any emergencies that have cropped up. So that has been taken care of. And you will find yourself in a position of speaking. You're going to speak a lot about issues that had occurred since the beginning of the year with family members. And the emphasis here is on a more mature way of dealing with matters of the home. I'm seeing also that not only is it with matters of the home, but matters of health and of people in your home. I'm turned to see what that noise is, and someone nearby is using a drill, I think, so I can hear it. I'm sure you heard that. And there it goes again. Well, maybe it'll stop soon. But matters of health in the home and matters of other issues occurring in the home. Now, as I mentioned, the third quarter, accidenti, they would say in Italian, the third quarter, July, August, and September, you will be dealing with issues that crop up through communication, oral communication, and in a mature fashion. And it seems to me that you have nothing to fear except fear itself, literally, in the third quarter and in the year in general. In the last quarter, which would be October, November, December, I find that news is coming in, news concerning matters of the heart. For many of you, you will be meeting a new person. 70% a new male, 30% new females, for those of you who are males or females, and your preferences. But I see here that matters of the heart also cause you to skip a beat. I mean, you didn't expect this. You have all of a sudden something crops up. It could be for more than 30% of you, a person from your past is going to come in and they will just knock your socks off. They will cause a situation where you're caught off guard. You don't know what to do with that. But pleasantly caught off guard on the one hand, but on the other hand, you'll be caught off guard as to, for those of you who are partnered, how are you going to explain this? How am I going to tell that person? Who is this new person that has come back? And the end of the year is all about matters of the heart and love. The end of 2019, all of 2019 sees you busy in other domains. But then when you get to the end of the year, boom, you're surprised with this situation. Most of you see someone from the past comes back. And you have this heart situation, boom, 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 that will be going into 2020 as well. Matters of the heart are going to start or are carrying over in 2020 as well. Now I'm going into each individual domain, area of your life. Starting 2019, we did say that the area of decision making is going to be very key, because you'll have to make a decision concerning of what you want to leave behind and what you want to bring with you. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, Aquarius friends, you would say to me, Christelle, we know it's the end of the year. Everybody does that, but not in everybody else's case. I see it in your case. I see it more so in your case. You have to decide, okay, this yes, this no, this yes, this no. It's a priority for you. And in the area of surprises, you are going to be receiving surprises that you've never received before in your life. Very pleasant surprises. You will be, ! Surprised, Aquarius. You will be surprised. The endings, definite endings, in the year 2019 are going to concern yourself in relation to public life. If you were a public figure, that will come to an end in 2019. So areas that have to do with public life and endings are going to be a focus in 2019. Also communication, oral communication. Oral communication is all about your work, all about what am I going to do? What am I planning to do? How do I get there? and talking to other people in the sense of to get their feedback. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Also, 2019 is going to, in terms of your work and your livelihood, many Aquarians will be traveling for work, will be traveling to a new place of work, will have travel as part of their new job as well. Your sense of security, well, let me put it this way, Aquarius. Your sense of security is based on your health on the one hand, and also where you hang your hat, your sense of being rooted, your sense of being grounded. Your sense of security is going to be based on how you feel your tribe, where they are, where you make house, where you call house a home. And that's going to give you a lot of a sense of security if well planned in 2019. Guidance always brings you the area of guidance, the domain of guidance, Aquarians, that is going to bring you home. You're going to come home. Again, you're going to have a feeling of coming home. The year 2019, I can put it this way for you. You will be guided toward going back home, members of your family, going to that old house that you grew up in. That's one side of the story. But matters of guidance will also come from your home. Any people in your family who can help you, they will, and they will serve as guides. This is interesting here. Also, the area of the home. Decisions will be made concerning your home and going back to it or getting guidance from them very, very, very fast. It's going to happen just like this, snapping my fingers. The house, the home is figuring prominently in the year 2000 for you. What about our actual public life? Now, our actual public life, you going into the public, you having, giving talks, you giving speeches, you reading papers, you interacting at a town hall meeting, it will be ripe this year, 2019, to do that. Go around, have people sign petitions. You're going to be influential in doing that. I see politics, an introduction to politics in your life in some way, influencing people, swaying people's ideas, politically speaking, as well. Now, obstacles in your life in 2019 will be able to be dealt with by oral communication. That is the greatest means with which you can convince people, and that falls in line with talking in public. Also, decisions, as I said in the beginning of the year, you're going to be faced with decisions. That also will be the time that's most difficult of the entire year. Being faced with the decisions in the beginning of the year is the most difficult, but it's momentary. It goes, past January, you won't have that difficulty anymore. And we did talk a lot about the home. The home also is an area that will cause you some nuisances, some difficulties. People will be rubbing each other the wrong way. Siblings may not agree with your ideas. You don't agree with their ideas. But here, it's just a nuisance. It's nothing that will weigh on you in 2019. Matters that are hidden. You will be receiving news that will surprise you. And not only, if the news comes through written communication, they will surprise you. They will come and hit you like a ton of bricks because you feel that you'll never be able to respond to that letter. It's the context, it's the content, of the letter that makes it difficult for you to respond. This is one side to that story, to those surprises that are coming into hidden things that are going to bear news for you. Another way, another side to the reading concerning something hidden is that you will get news about something you knew nothing about. For example, you may receive, if a long-lost family member will have passed, and they will put you in their will, and you didn't know anything about it. So it will be positive in that sense, the surprises that you receive. Male influences, I see love here. I see love and with a male, and this is basically, but not only love with a male, I do also see the love card over the female. Here, ladies and gentlemen, Aquarians, you are lucky in love. Love is in your year. It is a year of love, ladies and gentlemen, Aquarian friends. And I'm happy to end with that note. I hope this was of help to you, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And not only, I will remind you coming back in January, and do like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Namaste. Have a great holiday season. Bye-bye. Let me shut this off now. There it is.